All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, May 18th, 2021. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. All right, Dow Jones Industrial Average off to a good start off 2.8, up 2.8, sorry about that. So that's going pretty good. We have the NASDAQ Composite is up 22.68, and we have the S&P is down 1.5. So let's get into the heat map. Let's see what's hot, what's not. All right, so what we have a mixture on energy this morning. Basically absolutely flat market across the board, basically. So you got the Dow up 12, you got the NASDAQ up 28, you got the S&P down 0.32. Some of the drug makers are up, some of the techs are up, some of them are down. Tesla's down again, 568. Michael Burry, if you remember him from The Big Short, has basically taken a negative side to Tesla, and I guess he's shorting it. Let's see, Burry, Tesla. Big short investor Michael Burry bet on Tesla stock to tumble and inflation to crush long-dated bonds. Here's what he bought and sold last quarter. Okay. Michael Burry bet on Tesla stock to fall and inflation to hammer long-dated bonds. The big short investor sold Wells Fargo and reinvested in CVS Health last quarter. Burry's Scion Fund exited 15 out of 23 holdings and added 18 new names. Let's see. All right, here's some of his 18 names. They sold their stakes in Allstate. All right, they bought share Airpio Pharmaceuticals, CVS Health, Genco Shipping and Trading, Golden Ocean, Helmerich and Payne, Marinus Pharmaceuticals, all health related. Oxy, Occidental Petroleum, Precision Drilling, ProShares Ultra Short 20-year Treasury. Ding, ding, ding. See that? You went short on treasuries. Scorpio Tankers, Vector Acquisition, and Zymeworks. Also bought options, bullish call options on Alphabet, Google, CVS Health, Facebook, NetApp, Direxion, Daily 20-year bear shares. So a lot of triple leverage pro shares on treasuries. Those bets on index funds underscore Burry's inflation fears and negative outlook for long-dated treasury bonds. It's worth noting that Scion reestablished positions in Alphabet, CVS Health, Facebook, and Precision Drilling last quarter. All four names were in its portfolio in the third quarter of 2020, but exited them in the fourth quarter. So now he's bought stuff back at a lower price than what he sold at, apparently, hopefully, whatever the case is. So there you go. You got Disney down a little bit, AT&T down, Verizon down, T-Mobile down, J&J up just a little bit, Merck, AbbVie, Eli Lilly down, Pfizer, Bristol Myers, Gilead up, JP Morgan, Bank of America, and Citicorp up, Wells Fargo down, Berkshire down, Visa, MasterCard up, PayPal down. All the techs are basically up with the exception of AMD and Xilinx, and again, until that merger closes, Xilinx and AMD are going to trade together. So Nvidia, Avgo, Qualcomm, Texas Instruments, Micron, 80, Intel all up, Microsoft up, Adobe, Oracle down. So that's kind of where we're at. On the economic calendar for today, Bank of America, Citigold, and other banks pledged billions to combat racial inequities. Building permits down 1/10, 1.76 million from 1.77 million. So building permits are down. Also, housing starts are down 1.57 versus 1.7, which means that the housing shortage is going to continue. Former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers speaks at Atlanta Fed Banking Conference. I'm guessing that he's going to rip them, the current Fed, based on the false narrative that there is no inflation. Meanwhile, gas prices went down just a little bit, 304.3. That's going to be my Ethereum. Hold on. Sell indicator on Ethereum. There goes the S&P. Turning a little bit. Let's see here. What is that? 11 point. Huh. keep an eye on that one. All right, so let's look at some other things we got going on. So gas prices down just a little bit, but in a lot of places they're still going up. California's up, Oregon, Washington's up, Illinois, Pennsylvania now up to $3.15 a gallon. See, they made it dark red, but $3.15 last week was pink. So they just keep moving this thing. Don't know why. Just, I guess, to reflect who's worse than others. Fear and greed index is unchanged. It was 40 yesterday. It's 40 today. Let's take a look at sentiment. On the averages, gold bullish 74%, silver 88%. We're going to talk about that in a second. Oil bearish 55%. S&P 500 bearish 57%. Dow 30 bearish 59%. Germany 30 bearish 70%. FTSE 100 bullish 67%. France 40 bearish 68%. Earnings, you had Walmart come out and beat earnings. They came in at a 38% surprise. $1.22 was the estimate, came in at $1.69. Home Depot blew theirs out too, $3.04. They came in at $3.86. Baidu basically blew theirs out, $1.66. Came in at $1.89. Macy's, 41-cent loss with 39-cent gain. All those stimmies, people went shopping at the department stores, I guess. Stay out of there. Leave it. Leave that garbage alone. She's been going in garbage looking for Kleenex. I don't know why. All right. Let's see. Any other ones here? That's about it for earnings today. My miner. Losing money. Not losing money. Restarted. If you guys remember yesterday, my rig number 2. I was down to 14.19. And so I'm back up to 14.57 now. I restarted rig number 2, and I also restarted rig number 6. Today I'm going to reboot rig number 7, and maybe number 5. So 7 and 5, I'm going to reboot those today and see if I can squeeze a couple more on the reboot. Things slow down as temperatures stay constant. Some of the NVIDIA cards throttle the VRAM inside of them, so it's helpful to reboot them. Usually about once every 2 to 3 weeks I'll reboot them. Mining rig 2, that was probably the first time it shut off a card base. Well, it didn't shut off a card. It did shut off. It did shut off a card. So it shut off one of my cards out of the 7 cards on that one. So this went down to like 211, something like that. So I had to reboot it. Normally it runs about 252, but the reboot got me 255. Temperatures are a little cooler today and last night. I got $987 built up there. I'll be getting a payout in 7 hours. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So right about 2 o'clock, 2:30. But that changed. It was supposed to be 12 o'clock, and now it's already 2:30. Because if you can look at the calculator, it's going down 1.23. Remember, this was 10,000, 10,000 last week. Now it's 42.42. So 784. Today's electric bill payday. 784 divided into 42.42. Still operating at an 81% profit rate on my mining income. So that's still, hey, $4,200 a month. I'll take it. And that's all based on what's been going on with Ethereum. Ethereum has been trading down big time, and I've been trading it. I've made since trading it, I started trading it on Saturday live again, and I've made 4 trades, and 11.84 minus 11.21 points. I made 0.63 of an ETH times 33.83. So I've added about $2,100 to this particular wallet that I'm trading with. Again, if you're with me yesterday, I talked briefly about it. So I've got what I started at, and I'm just writing them down on a sticky right now. And I don't know what is up with this camera. Dude, you're killing me. It's like the autofocus is something going on with it. Anyway, I wrote down all 4 of my trades. All 4 of them have been profitable. That's why I looked at that when I gave that sell signal. I've actually got a sell signal programmed on this one. I'm going to do it on the S&P too. So what I'm going to do, and I'll teach you guys what I'm doing here, is I separated out the S&P 500 specifically. and I separated that out from the futures. I've got as its own separate section now. I've left the rest of the indices, oil, which is down 28 cents, the Dow, the S&P, and the Treasuries under an indices section. And I put all the S&P stuff. Here's what I did. I left the S&P futures. Actually needs to go up in here. Needs to go there. Symbol. Boom. There we go. So now I've got the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Dow futures together as one. I've got the S&P. I'm calling it S&P 500 plays. So I've got the S&P 500 index in there. I've got the SPY. I've got the QQQs in there. I have the SQQQs, which is the short of the S&P. I've got the VIX in there, and actually the VIX, because it corresponds to the S&P 500, I'm going to leave it there. And then I've got some sectors in there. So I've got basic materials in there. I've got energy in there, and I've got financials in there as far as ETFs to look at the sectors. So if one sector is trending down and one of them is trending up, I can take a look and I can compare and say, hey, is now a good time to maybe take a play on some SPY options? You know, buying some calls or buying some puts, some very short-term stuff, you know, less than 2 or 3 days out. Only day trading them, looking for, you know, call it 8-9%, and possibly looking at doing some plays that way. So what I want to do is I want to take this SPY, and what I'd like to do is I want to go into alerts, and I want to add an alert, and I want to this on a buy signal, and I'm going to go to advanced down here, and instead of the calling, I want something different here. Let's go alarm clock. An alarm clock for 5 seconds, and we'll create that, and then we're going to have one on the same thing, except we're going to do it on a sell signal, and I'm going to use the same alarm clock. Okay, and now what that means is I'm on a 3-minute chart. So when the S&P 500 goes down or goes up and hits a sell signal or a buy signal, again, I'm not using those signals specifically. You know, the stuff that I have programmed over here in terms of the MACD down here, well, when it applies to a stock, let's click on, where's Tesla? Here's Tesla. So you got the, there's an alert, there's a sell signal on SPX. I don't know why I didn't alert. Open-ended. Okay. Once per bar. Open-ended. And save. And then so these should be recurring, is what I'm looking for them to do. So I'm looking for them to recur, which means every time it hits it, it won't reset it and close the trigger. It'll keep the trigger open. Okay, so it just gave a sell signal on the 3-minute. So then I've got my stuff programmed in here, like the MACD down here. I've got the RSI down here. Oh, let's go back to a stock again. Where's Tesla? Which is down 251. So we've got this stuff down here. I've also got the this one. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh, it did give the sound. I just couldn't hear it. Why did it do this? There we go. I should have sold that ETH. I had an order ready to go and I didn't do it because I was explaining things to you guys. That's okay. So the fact that I didn't sell here doesn't mean I'm going to chase it and sell down here. I'm going to wait, see what happens. But I've got to change the signals on this S&P because I couldn't hear that at all. So I don't like how. Let's try beep beep. Let's try beep beep. 5 seconds. Try that. Okay, so the beep beep, that's pretty good. So what I'm programming these for is, and you can do this in your alert section, is to basically give me a heads up if I'm doing something and I'm talking to you guys, and we're looking over here, and we're going over my mining stuff, or we're going over earnings, we're going over the economic calendar. Let's say for tomorrow, we've got St. Louis Fed president is going to speak. We have the FOMC meeting minutes. So their last meeting, the minutes are going to be released. I don't put as much importance into the minutes of the Federal Open Market Committee, the FOMC, because the news is already out. They're just regurgitating the same stuff. And the reason I don't is because of this. These are a bunch of very egotistical people. And those egotistical people want to be in front of cameras, and they want to be in front of groups because they're making money on the side by getting paid speaking engagements. Okay. House GOP leader opposes bipartisan commission investigation of Capitol riot. Where's the bite? Never mind. Dow and S&P 500 dip into negative territory as NASDAQ maintains early advance. Yeah, so we've got right now, we've got the Dow down 111, NASDAQ up 30, S&P down 9. So as you see these presidents, these individual board presidents, okay, they love to hear their own name called president. They go out and give all these speeches and stuff. So if they're going to run out and do speeches every day, every week, every single day, it didn't used to be like this. These guys weren't out there giving speeches every 10 minutes, making bank on the side, probably getting paid for the damn things. You know, I would hold more into what Larry Summers says, because you could say, okay, he has an agenda, but he is a former Treasury Secretary under Donald Trump, so he's printed on your money. And yeah, money. Speaking of money, I got some other things. So right now I've got I've sold some things on Facebook. Yesterday I sold my grill, and I got $75 for that. I currently have my I've got a stand-up speaker I'm selling for $10, a lamp I'm selling for $15. I've got this one. I've gotten a few people interested on this one. Basically, it's my patio set furniture, and I've had this for a long time. Here's a picture of my backyard. So I'm selling the 4 chairs, the table, the umbrella stand, and the umbrella because I'm going to be buying a new one. And it looks like it's great. It's 3 ceramic inserts, all 3 of them removed. The umbrella's in great shape as well. The stand, a little bit of rust on the stand, but that can be touched up. That's a cast iron stand, so that thing's heavy, ain't going anywhere. I'm including that one as well. I should probably keep that. The umbrella's in great shape because I put it inside every after summer's over. I basically put that away, so there's no tears in that. That is a very heavy duty, very high quality umbrella. It's a Martha Stewart one, so I'm selling that for $250. Outside of the umbrella and the stand, I think I paid $500 for this set way back in I'm gonna say 2005. Yeah, so this is a 16-year-old set that gets power washed basically every season. It's a Martha Stewart set that I bought when I lived in Temecula, California, and I bought it from all places from Kmart. Now you would get those flyers on a Wednesday for the weekend, and I knew I wanted a set, so I look at all the flyers: the Home Depot, the Lowe's, the Kmart, Walmart, etc. And they had this set. Okay, just a second, be patient. They had this. She's got to go to the bathroom. All right, so let me go let her out, and we'll leave this on the triples, and I'll be right back, folks. Stay tuned. Be back in a moment. Let me let her outside. What you do, not go repeat. Okay, we're back. All right. Okay, so what were we talking about here? We're talking about selling stuff. So this is another income stream you can use. It doesn't have to be big stuff. It can be stuff that you've got laying around the house. You know, I've got a lamp. I've got a stand-up speaker I'm trying to sell. Nobody's. See, here's what Facebook did. See how this has 0 listing views and 1 listing view? So when you run ads on Facebook Marketplace, what they do, and we'll leave these indices up while we talk about this. What they've done is they force you to click off boost, which is buying an ad. So my camera's doing it again. It's saying it's going to overheat. I don't know why it's doing that. It must be running in 4K or something. Is the only thing I can think of. Hold on a second. And if the camera shuts off, that's okay. I'm still here. You guys will still be able to hear me. Let's see. Yeah, it's warm. It won't allow me to go into the menu system either. What the heck? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's set to film in 4K. That's why. And after a while, the 4K. But why won't it? All right, let me do this. Let me disconnect that. Bear with me. You guys can watch what the market's doing, right? Yep. Left the indices up there. I'm going to fix this right now. Oh, where's my Q? Okay. There we go. Now I need to go back. Yeah, it won't. Why won't it let me? No. Something's goofy here. Set movie report size. Okay. Why is it stuck in 4K? So when you have a complicated camera, menu. All right, let's go to, here we go. Why is it's stuck in 4K? It won't let me move it down to say This is weird. This is really weird. So, let's see. Well, the lock button isn't on there. Okay, I don't know why it's doing it. But what that means is that I gotta figure out the settings. So something's going on with it. Yeah, that's even. Yeah, it wants to now. Yeah, something's going on with this thing. There's a firmware update, but it should not be doing this. Even the autofocus. I'll go to manual and just lock it in. Yeah, weird. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this lens off. Okay, there's a buy signal on the S&P. So there we go. So it gave a sell. So here's an example. It gave a sell right here. So let's say you got it right here. And let's say you're buying it right here. You know, that's 0.03%, $1.38. So it's not much. Okay, bear with me. Let me go get a different lens. And let's turn it off. Okay. All right, let's turn this on now. That might be, I might have to do a lens update or something. It could be that 1635 lens. So I put on a 28 to 70 lens on there. So on a lid. So it's a much bigger lens than this is a 1535 or 1535 f2.8, right? Yeah, f2.8 15 to 35 wide angle lens is what this one is. So let me go back in here. And that picture already looks better. Let me go into the queue. Yeah, I don't understand why it's doing this. All right, well, we'll see if the camera decides to shut off or not. That's a much better picture anyway. And why is it angled that way? Hold on a second. Okay. All right. So that's weird. The on this, so it could be, so these lenses. Nope, there it is again. So the overheat is showing up again, and it shows up on the screen. So if I was trying to film in 4K, or this camera can actually film in 8K. There's a firmware update that is supposed to fix some of this stuff. I just haven't gotten around to do it because I've been doing a lot of other stuff. All right, so let's look at some other movers here. Let's check the heat map again. Yep, there we go. All right, I'm gonna reboot this. So we're gonna get a big mix on the day here. Some of the other movers going on today. Bitcoin down to 43,282. Again, we talked about that yesterday. If we go up to a 4-hour chart, let me get these some of these other things off of here. These numbers. It pulled all the way back from 59,000 back on the 8th, and here we are on the 18th, and we're sitting at 43. Right, so 43 divided by 58, boom, -1, so a good 26% pullback. Ethereum, same time frame, a little bit different chart. But if you look at what them peaking out at 4,300 around back on the 11th, so right about a week or so ago, we were at 4,300. We're 1,000 down, right? 3,333 divided into 4,300. So that's a little bit bigger of it, or 22.49%. But look at this. So if you look down here, look at over the last week, 12.89% on Bitcoin, 21% decline over the last month on Bitcoin. Yet Ethereum, only 10% over the last week and still up 25% over the last month. So again, the divergence away from Bitcoin, even if you look at a daily chart on Ethereum, and then you look at a daily chart on Bitcoin, see how flat this is, right? Range bound, right? And yet Ethereum has basically been pulling away. So that's some pretty good stuff there for them. All right, let's look at some stocks. All right, Apple down 43 cents right now. So the reason this is so slow is, I don't know, something's going on with the camera. So I hope I'm not lagging too badly here today. Alpha Ping GmbH, it's crashing. Yep. Yeah, S&P, right? You got the Dow down 86. NASDAQ is up 70. Okay, these are 3-minute charts. And the S&P is down 3. So actually flat on the S&P. But Ethereum, Bitcoin, I wouldn't call any of this a crash. Because you look at this 3,300 figure. And you go out to a 1-hour chart. And let's just scroll into April. Man, we're back at April, May 3rd levels. Big deal. This doesn't concern me at all because we've had this huge run up through this. So the fact that it pulled back a little bit, I would use that as an opportunity to buy more Ethereum. Hence me trading it. So I haven't reversed any positions or used any margin with any crypto. It's too volatile for me for that. To basically be doing margin stuff on that. Because I do have my Binance account open now, which allows it. But Ethereum, what I'm doing is I'm accumulating more ETH. So what I'm doing is I'm checking the charts. I'm looking at 3-minute charts. I've got alerts set up, and basically, now this is probably about to give a buy. So here's a 3-minute chart. It gave a sell up here. So I'll go down and look at the 30-second chart. I'll look at the 1-minute chart. 1-minute chart is still operating on a buy. I'll check over here. Some other stuff I look at. Volumes. Buying volume is starting to come in, but buy volume is not equal to sell volume. Although this one looks promising. Yeah, it already broke this wick. So if it breaks this wick again, this one here, it should pop a buy signal on here. You've got the blue above the red. You've got everything looking good here. You got volume. This candle here exceeds both of the prior sell pressures that it got. This is on a 1 minute chart. So it's operating on a 1 minute there. So there you go. There's the buy signal on the Ethereum. So why didn't we hear it? It should have gone ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Now it just took it away. Interesting. Go back to auto. So let's say you sold it up here, and you're buying it back down here. Now that's $81. $81. Right into. Oops. That's $951 gain total. So that's a 2% save of profit if you sold it here and bought it back down here. I did the math and it says 2.39% right here. I forgot that I did that. Sorry about that. Conversely, same thing. Hits a buy signal here. Let's say you buy it here. Let's say you sell it here. 2610. Well, 2610 times 11.75 is $306. So that's almost a full percent. So you can trade cryptocurrency and day trade it. The thing with this is with crypto is crypto never sleeps, man. It's I haven't checked on this one lately. Mining laptop. It's mining Ethereum as well. You could trade this stuff 24/7. So what I did was, now this one should show up. Here's my. Come on, do I have it on auto? Why isn't it focusing? I might have it on manual. But these are my trades that I did on Saturday and Sunday. When I did 4 trades in Ethereum, and those 4 trades in Ethereum gained me let's see here. Minus is I've gained back 0.64 Ethereum. So you say 0.64 times 33, 35 to pull back a little bit. So $2,100 in 4 trades. Every trade was profitable, and it's not. And basically, it's looking at trends. So let's say I'm trading this one. What I'll do is I'll take a look and say, hey, what's Bitcoin doing? Okay, Bitcoin's going up, so Ethereum, hypothetically, should hopefully also be going up a little bit too. So I use this. I trade Ethereum as one goal, and the example is that on these sells of Ethereum, I've been selling at lower prices. What are you talking about? Well, if I sold out over here, then bought it back here. Remember, I sold here, bought it back here, then it goes up to here and gives me another sell. I'm selling here, buying it back down here, and then it goes up to here, gives me another sell, selling here, and buying it back down here. So even as it's been trending down, when it does these upswings, I sell it in hopes of buying back more to accumulate more Ethereum. This is an Ethereum accumulation game. I'm not concerned about price. Well, you dummy, you should have just held it all the way. Yeah, maybe I should have. I probably would have been better off doing this, and doing it on a 1 hour chart, buying it here. Selling up here, $125 times 11.75. That's $1,400 on a 1 hour chart. On this one, I should have sold it, at 6 o'clock this morning, and then I'd still be in a sell program here on a 1 hour chart. And looking at these, I mean, yeah, you could do this, sell it on the 1 hour, and just ride it out, and say, okay, on the 14th at 1 o'clock. You would not have bought it back until 3 o'clock on the 16th. 2 days, right? But there's a lot of volatility during those 2 days. So you can do those types of things, and then you can look at confirming indicators like on the sell, you've got a cross down here on the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. And again, technical analysis, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, I would not necessarily consider them a science more than an art, because right when you think you're following your program and your trading rules, I've got slightly different arbitrary trading rules when I trade cryptocurrency than I do when I trade, say, Coinbase, which has been shit in the bed. Coinbase came out and they announced a convertible. They announced a debt offering, 1.25 billion in convertible notes, due in 2026, to bolster its balance sheet. Now, this concerns me because they just went public in April. They had a fantastic first quarter. Why are they issuing notes? If they made all that money from the stock offering, why are they issuing notes? To cover over allotments. So that's concerning to me. Not concerning enough to sell off the stock. I still own it, but it is concerning, and it's dropped precipitously since then, from 301, right at earnings, and the damn thing is down 18%. So coming back a little bit. So the news on the notes is in. So that part's done. There's the news on the notes, right? Announced yesterday, and now it's clawing back, and I got hurt on this one a little bit, so I'm a little bit ticked off. So I've still got a cost basis. Let me look here. Where are we at here? Switch accounts. Because I have 250 shares of it, because I'd averaged down on it. 283.59. 283.59 is what my cost basis is. So 283. So I need that thing 283.59. Let's say here, let's go 245. $23.59. Close enough. So I needed to claw back 15% for me to get back to break even. Or said another way, a $37 price movement on it. Okay, so I think... Okay, that's still working over there. So Coinbase buying opportunity, yeah, I think so. What they keep talking about is they keep talking about Coinbase in terms of, well, they came out when it listed at 250. So it's reference price. It's reference price at 250. So what that tells me is Wall Street wants to make sure it stays below 250, no matter what. They will drive the stock down to 250 because they absolutely want this company to fail. They want to fail because they see it as direct competition to the big banks, the banksters, right? Who are the banksters? Well, all the banksters are these guys: Morgan Stanley, Schwab, Goldman Sachs, MarketAxess, Raymond James, JP Morgan, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, USB, PNC, TFC. These are all competitors to Coinbase. And my camera just shut off. So I think you guys can still hear me. If you can still hear me, if you can still get my audio, let me know. I know my screen is blank. But if you can still give me a 1 in the chat, or let me know that you can at least still hear me on the audio side. And hopefully that's the case. Let me turn off the webcam here. Okay. All right. So if you guys can hear me in the chat, if you can still hear me, if you can let me know, and just that you can hear the audio side of the stream, if you can let me know, I'd appreciate that. All right. So moving on. So I think anything below 250 here, you know, it came down to 239, 238.25 on this bottom wick over here, which was this morning. Okay. It hit that over here, and then it hit it right after it hit it back on the 17th yesterday as well. So it looks like this reference point at $250 is somewhat accurate. Which was okay. So yeah, the audio is still working. Thank you, appreciate that. So you know, be careful there. AMC 13.91 is actually down 3 cents now. It did get all the way up to 14.55 today, so popped way up here. Somebody fat fingered that one. So more 14.35 or so. Yeah, 14.55 on one wick. You got declining volume now on the MACD. Would I be buying it on this one? Well, you could possibly look at it as a swing trade. There's some possibilities there. GameStop down 687 to 173. Palantir back above 21, having a nice little recovery here too. If we go to a 1 hour, and it's bounced off of its bottom pretty good. Let's take this bottom wick, or this bottom candle here. Close enough. Yeah, it's recovered about 16%, about $3 in 5 days. So the last 5 days, it's recovered like $3, which is good. That's good for them. All right, ExxonMobil 61.04. Again, it's pulled back. Let's go to a 3-minute chart here, because basically what you have going on is you have oil 65.84. ExxonMobil has that vote coming up for their shareholders. They're basically in a proxy fight with people, a hedge fund that is a brand new hedge fund. Man, I got my pen. A brand new hedge fund with basically activists on it that are trying to take over the board. So they're trying to put environmentalist idiots on ExxonMobil's board. Why? Because they want to try to destroy the company from within. These are Democrats, these are Marxists, these are communists that are trying to take over these companies, these energy companies, from within on the board, so they can drive the stock to zero and make them go out of business to force this climate emergency. This is why they're trying to do it. And I can't believe that nobody's out there actually saying this, other than me, that sees what they're trying to do here. So, yeah. Ford, nice run on Ford. They've been doing very, very well. Let me take a look at my Ford here. Yeah, overall I'm up 9.6%. I got 500 shares of Ford, and they're up 1.48% today. And let's see here. I want to see. Hold on. Biden live Ford plant. What time is he speaking at today? Watch live. What time? No time. I hate this administration from the standpoint that they don't ever give you a frickin' timestamp of when, what time he's going to be talking, or what time this thing is going to happen. It pisses me off. At least with Trump, you knew, hey, he's scheduled to speak at 9 o'clock this morning. Okay, so Biden will be landing. He landed at 7, so he landed about a half hour ago, apparently. Let's see.
The unveiling of the F-150 electric vehicle. And I spoke with the UAW, and they thought it was a good idea.
All right, so this is him landing.
To unveil his electric vehicle agenda.
The president really wanted to get to Dearborn, Michigan to visit the
What
Ford
the hell?
electric.
Are they finding the oldest people in Michigan to put on this press thing?
And it's going to be produced in that center by.
So they're going to unveil the Ford F-150 all-electric vehicle today. And I think it will be listed for sale tomorrow. And yeah, it's going to compete directly with Tesla's vehicle. So I don't know what time. Ooh, look, explosions in Gaza. Go IDF. Okay, there's a sell alert on the S&P. So that's on a 3-minute chart. It's just, so if you're doing SPYs right now, it would say, hey, take a SPY put. Buy a SPY put or sell a call. Sell call and take premium. Buy a put and pay premium in the hopes that it goes down. Okay. So as a S&P is absolutely flat on the day. As we have the S&P up 0.81 now.
Cape Coral Police and Cape
NASDAQ
Fire
up
are
100,
doing what they can to make
Dow
sure
down
that you
80.
and your family are safe out on the water.
And we had a nice turn
so they are
on.
hosting a water safety event, and you're invited.
Oh, shut up! Nobody wants to hear that stuff. Coinbase took a turn. It's now positive, only because I just saw my account balance go up. So look at that, nice move, Coinbase. So what this tells me is these volumes after this dump. Look at these volumes, folks. It's already traded 2.7 million shares, 2.7 on a 7.55. Oops, 2.71 divided to normally average 10-day volume 7.554, 7.554. So it's already traded 35% of its volume. Look at these volume spikes though compared to yesterday, right? So this is institutionals. This is smart money buying this on the dip. So, you know, they're expanding. That's really good news there. I like that. That's good. That's got me up a little bit. So what am I paying? 533 plus. What am I up in the other account? $600. We'll take it. We will take it. Okay. All right. Nice move, Coinbase. All right, let's go back to the spikes. All right, so it's operating under a sell signal right now. And the reason why is you can take a look at something like the SPY. And you can look at declining volumes. This buying pressure here, the sells the last 3 times exceeded the last set of buys. But those buys ran quite lengthy. What time frame was that? That was good. 40 minutes or so. 33 minutes. You know, there's a sell signal on the SPY. MACD on the SPY. Blue still above a red, but you've got declining volumes, and you got sell candles coming in. It was in an overbought condition. So it was overbought. Okay. you had declining volume, and that's why it popped a sell signal. So actually, my alert should probably be on the SPY and not be on the S&P 500. So let's delete those. Delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. And let's go SPY. And let's create an alert. And get my program here. Buy signal once per bar. So what did we do? We didn't do beep beep. We did yeah, we did beep beep. Yep, beep beep once per bar buy. Create. And let's get another one in here. So you can create any of these things. You can do it on any charts. And we want beep beep. So I'm using different sounds for, say, Ethereum versus SPY. So when these alerts hit, so I can recognize the sounds. What I'm wondering is, can I download different sounds? So, for example, the sounds that they have, and they don't do, like, you can't click on one and it'll go. It won't play it right now, so that I can hear what it sounds like. Can you do other ones? No. Okay. All right. So again, ETH, we saw this up here, or no, where are we at? Right here. And I didn't sell here, and I should have. If I would have sold here, that's already down $112. So 112 times 11.75. That would have been $1,300 of profit that would have allowed me to buy back down here. So even if it's declining, I'm okay with selling according to the program, that when it gives a buy, to buy back more so that I accumulate in total more Ethereum. That's what I'm trying to do. That's the goal of the game. I'm trying to accumulate more and more Ethereum. I'm also looking at trading some ADA Cardano, but it's pulled back pretty healthily. Healthily? Is that a word? I think it's a word. It's pulled back off of here, and really I'm looking at this candle and these candles here, and it's down about 15% over the last day and a half or so. So I'm thinking about taking a small amount. I'll do a little 1 hour ago. But I want to see before I start deciding to trade that if it's going to retest this area. It's kind of it's there already right here, right? So if this old resistance becomes new support for ADA Cardano, then, or is it going to move down to this resistance levels and create more support, or go all the way back down to here, right? So if I take my fib and I say top candle, whoops, hey, wait a minute, where you at? And say up here, and bring it all the way down to, say, here. That's pretty good. You catch these. And you're looking at the zero line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all kinds of them on the fib. This is on a 1 hour chart, right? So what that means is, from a Fibonacci standpoint, you say, okay, we're at the 0.5 now. Is it going to drop down to this $1.76 level? This would be a huge drop, right? 1.76, oops, 1.76 divided into 1.97. You know, is it going to come back another 11%, 10.6% to come back down to this level? We'll see. Selling volume has exceeded buying volume in every chance since when it was up at 241 on a 1 hour chart. So it has broken every run that it's had since it topped out at this 249, which was back here on the 15th, right? So 3 days ago, it topped out at its 52-week high at 249. Every time it's come down. Okay, there's a buy. There's a buy on the SPY. Let's click on that. Let's see what's going on. 3 minutes. Sorry. Good as far as not overbought, not oversold, but you still have declining volumes here. If this bar doesn't break this one, from a volume standpoint, it should turn around and go back down again. Let's look at the overall market though. Whoa, what happened to the VIX? Why does this chart look like this? 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. 7:30. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, you got the VIX 19.5. You got the S&P going up and that going up. So, all right, there's a volume. So that volume is breaking this volume bar here. So that's actually, and it just gave a buy signal. Well, it gave the buy, so it alerted us to a buy, and I wasn't sure. And I said, what did I say? I said, hey, this volume bar needs to exceed this one right here, and look what it just did. So it's already there from a volume standpoint. It is just slightly above this one here. So that's good news. So now you say, okay, if this is going to sustain, what does it need to sustain? From a volume standpoint, again, this is a very light volume day. You got 15.61 million shares traded out of 77.37. So it actually is doing an average volume day, about 20 million shares. So now you got a new candle. And again, this is a very healthy, that's a very healthy bar here. So again, what we talked about, but here's the thing, on the MACD, on the sell indicator, even though the volume was declining, this volume on the sell side was not exceeding the volume on the upside. So that means that the bulls were in control. And so with the bulls in control, that led to this bar, and we talked about it, and we said, well, hey, this bar, when it was down here, said we have to have it beat this volume bar. It did that. Cross gave a buy signal, but the MACD never gave a sell indication for convergence breaking the line. So it never broke the line. So that's actually pretty good. And so that's got us the S&P up 3.9, NASDAQ up 98, Dow down 42. So that's pretty good. I don't know that I would have sold here. So if I had SPY, would I have sold at this point? I would have been looking at this volume like a hawk, and looking at this bar. I probably wouldn't have sold on this bar. I would have said, well, let's wait and see what happens. I would have seen this bar here. I would have seen declining volume. I would have seen that the volume was not exceeding all this buying volume on this run up. And that's where you can use multiple indicators, not necessarily as rules, although you should have your own trading rules, right? And my ideal setup is a buy indicator, volume exceeding prior sells, and not in an overbought condition. Okay, so this buy here, we were not overbought at that time. We had not crossed over, but we had declining selling volume here on the MACD. That would have been a good spot, and that would have gotten you, if you would have held it through this sell indicator, and let's say you're still holding right now, you're up 94 cents. That could be 0.23% on a put, or I'm sorry, on a call. If you had bought a call, let's say you're buying a call tomorrow that expires tomorrow, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? So if you got a call that expires tomorrow, you could be up 15% right now, easy. So that's where those opportunities are. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. In other words, when you're scalping, and this is a scalping market, by the way, because you got all this crap going on over here. You say, well, which sector is going? Hell, I don't know. You tell me, man. You tell me which sector is a buy right now. You know, credit services, Disney. Let's look at the mouse. What's the mouse been doing? 1 hour. See how that looked? You say, oh, the mouse is doing great, man. Look at that. That's a nice run there on the Mickey. Mickey's been doing good. Until you come over to a 1 hour, until you come over to a daily, and you say, okay, you got old support here, hasn't broken down to there yet, so it looks like it's going to try to, though. So you could, you might have another couple dollars here, maybe $4 on a daily chart, even though the 1 hour, you know, you're looking at the same stuff here, right? You're seeing it. Is it going to come down to this level? This 163, 166. Really, this level here, 166, 167. So if it drops another $3 or $4, you want to see if it holds this. If it can't hold this, then it might be going down lower. Is it going to use this old support here? Is what it's trying to do. So it's trying to discount all of this here back in February. And this is based on the reopening. You know, I was in the post office yesterday. I was standing in line with my FedEx priority envelope with 60 pages of tax returns in it, and my check inside because I had to pay. And I don't give the government my money until tax day when I owe. So if I owe money, again, I didn't get any stimulus. I'm not getting any stimulus payments from the government. So I had to pay them a check. So I had to write that check yesterday, print out the tax return, 60 pages worth, and you know, my brokerage statement was 111 pages. And then I also had, and the thing is, when you do cryptocurrency, for, again, this is not tax or legal advice, consult a tax professional. But when you sell cryptocurrency, it's treated as property. It's not treated like a stock. So your buys and sells all count. It's a mark-to-market designation. And so basically what you have to do is you have to do a form 8549, right? 8949, you got to do an 8949 form along with Schedule D, and you have to add those. You know, my 8949s were freaking, how many were there? There were a bunch, dude. The worksheets, I think there were like 1,115 worksheets. Something like that, something like 2,300. I don't know how many transactions total, but it was a bunch. And then I had to manually add all of my Bitcoin and Ethereum transactions as various. I just did it on one form because screw you, government. I'm not breaking every one of those up because they're not a fucking stock. So I'm not breaking down every single Ethereum or Bitcoin transaction. If you're not going to call the fucking security, I'm not going to treat it like a security and treat it like I'm buying and selling Boeing. I'm going to do it like property. Hey, I bought a house over here, sold a house over here, bought a house over here, sold a house over here. The net effect of all that buying and selling is this. You don't like it? There you go. So, you know, screw them. But I did report that because you got to report, you know, you have to report your income, you have to report your buys and sells, and, you know, you don't get long-term capital gains on a lot of that stuff. So some of it you do. The Ethereum, if you hold it over a year, you treat your gain as a capital gain long-term if you sell it longer than a year. Okay. All right, so let's see. Ethereum, 3317. Still operating on a sell indication. SPY still active on the SPY. Again, that's going to be a really nice. Never gave a sell. Hold on. Oh, let's go to 3 minute. So again, this one here, we talked about this one when we were on this one. I probably would have ignored the sell indicator because it gave a sell, but there's a lot of support over here, and it wicked down I probably would have held through that. I don't own any SPY. Again, you can play around with this stuff all day long. And there's nothing wrong with confirming transactions and questioning what you would have done in that scenario. You take it as a learning opportunity. And it's basically a confirmation of how I have, all this stuff set up down here, and all these indicators that I have set up. And, I've got a total of, I think, 14 different indicators, but I've only got 4 live right now. And then I've got other indicators I use over here. The SPY. Oh, that's the fib. Get rid of the fib. There we go. And I've got other indicators that I use as well that are a little bit more complicated. These are testing strategies. I've got friggin' 7 of them on this one. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Don't even try and figure out what I'm doing there. But what I'm doing is I'm looking at different indicators as confirmations to strategy, as confirmation or of trading rules that I'm establishing to go SPY. And when I say go SPY, meaning regardless of what the overall market is doing from an individual basis, because when you're in here's the thing, when you have a market like this, you can't, what worked last year is not going to work now. You're in pretty much a bearish or a flat market. And if you're in a bearish or a flat market and you have inflation coming in, your index funds are not going to do that great. Oh, by the way, see all these little ads popping up down here at the bottom of the screen? Every time one of those hit, I get paid. So since Saturday, I've made 43 cents in BAT attention token. And BAT attention token, so I own that now. BAT attention token is up here. Basic attention token. Where do I have it down here? I thought I had BAT up here. Add symbol BAT crypto basic attention token on Coinbase. There we go. Got that. Give it a green. Boom. So what I do is I have 2 different sections for crypto. Again, I even have crypto. I have this section titled as property by the IRS, because that's what the IRS calls it. IRS calls cryptocurrency property. Anything with a green means that symbol is I'm trading it with looking at Coinbase. The reason why is, look at this. Ethereum 3289, that's on Coinbase. Okay. Anything in the yellow down here this is crypto trading on Binance. So look at the difference here. You got a $3 difference, $2 difference in spread between the last trades: 3287, 3284, 3287, 3285, 3289, 3287. So if you're going to be trading, make sure you are, if you're using TradingView, make sure you're using the correct exchange that you're trading on. So for example, if I'm going to trade some stuff on Binance, which I'm going to do, then I'm going to use these down here. So let's say I'm going to add a symbol down here, and I'm going to add BAT, and I'm going to add BAT on Binance basic attention token tether. That's what I want. And then I'm going to give that a boom, an orange flag. So I'm going to I flag stuff too. And the reason I do that is because then if I want to go, hey, just show me, I'm going to do nothing but Binance today. I've got old stuff in here. Oops. So that's it. So Doge, again, Doge doesn't trade on Coinbase, but I want it up here because I want to see what the heck it's doing. So anyway, basic attention token. I don't own a full token yet, but I'm accumulating those. So I get, and the reason is I'm using Brave Browser, and using Brave Browser, I earn Brave rewards. And so basically I've earned 43 cents by watching little ads that pop up down here and just basically clicking close. I'm not even doing anything with them. So there you go. Challenge of the day. Name this band with 4 words or less. Oh, jeez. No, thank you. All right.
It's Saturday.
Let's see here. Well, let's go Fox Detroit. You should be there. So the debut for the F-150 is supposed to be tomorrow. Now it says expected, or is this yesterday's story? Yeah, because he's already there. Let's see. Let's go to YouTube. And let's go to, let's search Biden Live. Filters. Live. Let's go Biden. Filters. Again, you gotta, the way you search for this stuff is ridiculous. Newsmax. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for things like, Newsmax, or even, Newsmax if you're a conservative, if you're a liberal, the Young Turks, you can go to Pluto.tv, and Pluto.tv is free. It's a streaming service, and this is probably going to, it's going to hit up. I don't know if I can press pause or not. Let me see if I can press pause. It can't. But you can look at, you can get the Young Turks. You can get the First, OAM Plus, America's Voice. So Young Turks, Liberal Network, the First, Conservative, OAM Plus, Conservative, America's Voice, the Conservative, Blaze TV, Glenn Beck, Conservative, Newsmax, Conservative. Then you have Best of Today. You have Newsy. What is this one? I don't even know what this one is. CNET, Cheddar News, Bloomberg. You got Bloomberg Live. You can get Sky News, Weather Nation, NBC, CNN, CBS News, Los Angeles, New York. You can watch this stuff live. And Pluto News. So you get all this other stuff. You can watch movies. There's 202 movies going on right now. You have a dedicated 007 movie. Entertainment, crime shows, comedy, Court TV, crime shows. You got Court TV, Narcos, Cops, Forensic Files, Crime 360, Court TV. Want to watch that? You can watch this stuff for free. So that's Pluto.tv, and that stuff streams for free. I know I heard the live Israel and Hamas escalate bombardments from Reuters. Okay. All right, well, we know that. There's an alert buy on ETH. So I'm going to go over to ETH, and there's the buy. Strong buy there. I did not sell any there. If I would have sold here when it told me to, and I would have bought, let's say, here, that would have been $78. $78 times 11.75. Oops. That would have been about 900 bucks. Right into 33.62, or about 0.2. It would have been about a quarter more ETH I could have earned if I would have listened to the program here and sold it. And yeah, I probably would have. But while I'm streaming live, I'm not necessarily trading right now as we're educating and learning, and doing things on the SPY. So SPY still operating under that same. Where we at here? Still operating on the same buy signal from way back here. It gave another one here, which was healthy. Looks like it's about to go negative again. It's not on a sell on the 30-second. It's on a buy. And it's still operating on a sell on the 1 minute. But it's still operating, in my opinion, on a buy from this buy down here. I don't think I would have sold it here if I was playing puts or calls. All right. So when is Biden going to talk? You find a local, let's see, Detroit. Is expected to visit Michigan. See, he's already on the freaking ground. Price is Right, Family Feud, Young and Restless, Bold and Beautiful, The Talk. Yeah. I hate that, oops. I hate that you can never figure out what time the senile old man is going to speak. You know, it's last night. Yeah, they're supposed to reveal the pickup tomorrow. Is he going to try and get them to unveil the F-150 today? White House. The president really wanted to get to Dearborn to visit the Ford Electric Vehicle Center because we have the iconic F-150. White House National Climate Advisor Gina McCarthy at. Yeah, she's an idiot, I'm sure. F-150 Lightning is the latest EV truck development following announcements by GM, Rivian, and Tesla. Well, except Ford is getting ready to release the thing and start building the damn things. I believe he's already on the ground, but nobody seems to be telling us what frickin' time he's gonna talk. Yeah, all they're talking about protests expected as President Biden visits Dearborn Ford plant. Who cares? Screw your protests. Nobody cares about your protests. I certainly don't. Go IDF. Hey, 41 years ago today, Mount St. Helens erupted, killing 57 people. 4 years ago today, Chris Cornell found dead in Detroit hotel bathroom. FAA investigating whether Governor Whitmer's flight to Florida violated regulations. What? What did she do? Federal officials are investigating whether Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer's flight to Florida to visit her sick father violated regulations. Back in March. What would the FAA have to do with this? Oh, we confirm that Air Eagle does not have a Part 135 certificate. A Part 135 certificate is needed to operate charter flights legally. Report surfaced Monday that the Detroit company that owns the plane Whitmer rode to Florida doesn't have the authorization. Okay, if she's going down there on a personal thing, you don't need a fucking charter flight unless she paid for it. If she paid for it, here's the rules. If she paid for it, that carrier's in trouble. Whitmer isn't in trouble. She's a passenger. She can do whatever she wants. If Air Eagle charged her for that flight, then they could possibly be in some trouble. If they did it out of the goodness of their heart, I go rent an airplane up at Crest Air Park in Covington, Washington, and I say, some guy in the street, hey, want to go for a free airplane ride? I'm going to go down to Florida. You want to come? Well, yeah, my dad's sick. I'd love to see him. All right, great. Hey, can I give you some money to help with the flight? No. You don't have to give me anything. If you want, I'm not asking you to do this, but what the laws allow you to do is to split the cost of the fuel with me. So if she, on her personal level only, not government money, if she offered to pay, she can't. It cannot be a requirement to pay. If she offered to pay half of the fuel cost there and back, it's a personal flight. She can do whatever the hell she wants. So nothing is going to come of this. Nothing is going to come of the FAA, confirming. The only trouble that the carrier could get in is if they the FAA is investigating Air Eagle. They're not investigating the idiot governor of Michigan. And yeah, she's an idiot. Because it's don't do what I say, because I'm going to do whatever I want. In the middle of everything going on in February and March, she locks down Michigan. She kept it locked down. She hops on a freaking airplane and goes down to Florida. Okay? To see her sick dad. I get it. I did the same thing. I saw my sick mom twice last year during the pandemic. Got virus tests both times so I could fly. I have no problem with what she did. Where Air Eagle is in trouble here is if they said, yeah, we can do it, and the fuel costs are going to be $13,000 total. I can't ask you to pay any of that. If you wanted to contribute, you could contribute up to half of that. But we couldn't take any more money than that if you decide to contribute. That's what the law says. But I'm not asking you to do that. That's how you can phrase that legally. And if she did that, if she only covered half the cost of the fuel, they don't need a Part 135 certificate. This is a friend flying another friend down to Florida to see her sick dad, and I don't think this is going to qualify as a charter flight. So the FAA investigating, big deal. That's a stupid thing. Who cares? I don't care about that. Even if they did take more money than that, then the carrier's in trouble. The governor's not in trouble. It's not up to her. She's a passenger. She can pretty much do what she wants. But, I missed a hole. I'm looking up at a little small nail hole that I should have spackled in. That I have to do. All right. Let's see here. So, I don't know what time this Yahoo's going to speak. Who cares about... I could give a rip about protests in Michigan over what's going on in the Middle East. Pretty simple. Stop sending the freaking rockets, and maybe we'll stop bombing your backsides. Live view of beehives at Fairmont in Washington. Huh. I guess that's a thing. Smart though, puts all the plants there so they get pollinated by the bees. Smart. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, so I don't know what time, good luck trying to get anything out of this administration. Go to whitehouse.gov, build back better. Yeah, shut up. Who cares about that? Yeah, there's President Biden has signed presidential memorandum to expand access to legal representation in the courts. In other words, we're not only going to let all the illegal aliens into the country, we're going to give them free lawyers. That's great. Let's see here. Such an idiot. Yeah, you don't get good luck. Good luck trying to figure out anything this administration is doing, where they're going to be, where they're going to go, and what time something's going to happen. At least with Trump, you had, hey, he's going to be speaking at this plant. It will happen at 11 o'clock, and pretty much at 11:15, he would start talking. He was late on a lot of things by like 15 minutes to a half an hour, and a lot of that probably didn't even have anything to do with him. It probably had more to do with the Secret Service, and the thousands and thousands of people that would come out to see him, versus the 5 to 10 people that go out and see Biden. All right, what do we got going on here? So SPY still didn't issue a sell signal, so basically doing a trading flat here. Yeah, up 0.91, S&P up 95, Dow down 71. Coinbase up $1.75, pulled back a little bit. Apple up 34 cents, and ETH 33.65. Heat map, good luck. That's a flat market, folks. That's what that is. That is a flat market. You can close this off. Can close this off. Close that off. Close that off. Hey, close. Close this. Those people off in our marketplace. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, that is a sell on the SPY. On the 3-minute, there's a sell indicator. So 415.55. So let's say okay. So that just put in a sell order on the SPY, and let's watch that here on the 3 minutes, and let's see if this works. So that's 200 SPY that I sold. So basically short. So short 200 shares of the SPY. And now we're gonna move that down to a 30-second chart because we're gonna watch it a little bit. And aha, see what happened here? On the 3-minute, it removed the sell indicator. So sometimes, again, this is paper trading. This is not real money that I'm using on this. Where when I'm talking about Ethereum, that's real money. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. All right, so let's see what happens here. What is CNA? What is CNA Live? Channel, oh, Channel News Asia. English?
If a glass is subjected to a sun.
Okay. Oh, there's an Atlas launch today. Oh, shoot. Did it already blast off? ULA United Launch Alliance. Yeah, fine. Let's get another thing. Hold on. Go to space. Come on. ULA. BL Network. Nerdlecam. Atlas 5. I'm trying to look for. $1:31 Eastern. That's a terrible camera view. So 10:30. So you still got 2 more hours. 2 more hours till it launches. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what you would think that they would tell us what time this Yahoo's going to talk, but apparently not. Ooh, 1460. That's a good number. 4 hours now. So 12:30. So it went from 12 o'clock to 1:30 to now 12:30. That stayed about the same. Back above 1,000. Good, good, good. See when it dipped yesterday. Right in here. So still operating at those 200 shares short on the SPY. But it's basically flat. Huh. Oh, this thing would work again. This is not working. There we go. I gotta get that camera figured out. All right, so now it's positive. Now I'm up $18. Just gave another sell alert on the SPY. There's a dump, huh? VIX up. So your feet are flat on the floor in front of you. I keep my chair all the way up almost. Look at this. It's only back one notch because it won't, because where it locks in at. So I keep that up as far forward as I can. So I'm not like this, all slouchy, feet underneath you. No. I got lumbar. That feels good on the back. Scoot in up close. There you go, ETH. Go, Ethereum, go. Let's look at my portfolio too. Why is it? So I'm live on YouTube. Oh, weird. At some point my stream stopped, huh? Okay. Want to make sure I was still live on here. We're going to be ending the stream shortly anyway. What's this one? That's going to be turned down a little bit. Hold on a second. Get a little glare coming over here. What's this set? 42. It's down. Yeah, it's still. Try that. It's a battle. It's like glary over on this side. Let me try that a little bit more. Yeah, I gotta adjust some things on here. All right. So good buy, shorten the SPY. And I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna take our $80 and go. Okay. So we're up $90. All right, there we go. Okay. And that's flattening out anyway. Yeah, it's probably gonna pop a buy on the 30. That's flashing, isn't it? That was interesting. Okay. All right, folks, that's going to do it. All right, so Dow is down 61, NASDAQ up 60, and the S&P is down 2. So that's where we're at. So that's going to do it for today's stream. Listen, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you all live again tomorrow morning before the market opens, hopefully. And until then, have yourselves a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks. Bye now.